What does it mean to be a martial arts master? To be an internal martial arts master? I've been seeing some stuff to make me even question myself as to whether or not I'm on the right path. I know you have to study the classics. I've put out some stuff just today on some thoughts, and even while I was writing them, and even while I was posting them, I kind of knew that it wasn't complete. Maybe because I have a singular perspective, and because of that I have to own up to it. I have one singular perspective. I was in the ring a couple of days ago with a long-standing heavyweight contender. His name is Zoe Butler. Now, I've trained with Kenny Lewis. He is amazing. He took me from Eppolito's gym, trying to get myself back to where, actually further than I ever was. And then he took me there, and he did it, allowing me to learn and use my Bagua and Tai Chi techniques, even Wing Chun techniques, to embellish, to learn more. All the time cultivating, all the time helping me become a better pugilist. And I met Zoe Butler, jokingly. He's an amazing cat. The guy actually stood toe to toe with Evander Holyfield in training. I mean, he's a bad guy. The guy's good. And I met him once laughing, and because of my age, everybody laughs at me training. But we went a couple of rounds once, and he was so nice to me. He didn't want to hurt me, so he kind of lightened up on his punches. And I told him I had to feel it the first time I met him, and he made me feel it. I thought I was going to die, but he taught me something about it. And then a year later, maybe a year and a half later, I got to, in Johnny's gym in Lafayette, Tennessee, I got to meet him again and work with him. And he just laughed, and he was so nice, and he allowed me to train with him, to get in the ring with him, and to work. He had a 10-round session going, and he allowed me to get at least 3 or 4 rounds with him. It was amazing. He dropped me in the second round because I've lost my structure, but I got it back, went back at him, and then the next couple of rounds, after I had a break, and because other guys had to work with him, and then I got back in again, and I don't know if he let me, it didn't matter. He could have dropped me anytime he wanted to, with a combination just going crazy, and the guy's 300 pounds, 6'3". But I guess he got my respect, and I got his respect enough for him to let me work with him, and we actually worked. And he's not in the best shape right now. He's getting in shape for a fight. He's always trying. He looked good to me, but I know he can be even better shape than even that. But even then, he pushed me to my limits, and he allowed me to find out what works and what doesn't work. And I got a chance to use a chin, follow, link, adhere, stick, never resist, never release. I got a chance to do some pivots and to do some rollbacks and to make them work under some extreme pressure, because the guy, one punch from this guy, his hand is as big as my head, and my face at least. And he worked with me. Actually got to trading a little bit, because some of the pivoting stuff and shouldering stuff that Kenny taught me, it kind of worked. And he gave me some other hints, and then Johnny gave me some hints, the coach, on what to do and what not to do. But the bottom line was this: like Kenny had said once before, Kenny said that I was really improving well and did really well for my age, and even some years beyond it in the boxing world, younger than me. Zoe said I fought really well, as good as better than some of the young fighters, or most of the young fighters that he works with. And I don't know if he was trying to be nice to me, maybe he was. I'm not going to take it for anything other than I need to work harder. And but the bottom line was this: I'm using all the skills I know in the disciplines of these masters. Okay, my buddy, my master, he's my master. He's a brown belt, but he's my master and my teacher in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I apply as much as I can there. As a matter of fact, I'm back to grade school with that guy. It's just a matter of conditioning. And then, of course, the other guys, the purple belts, Tim, can beat me up anytime, even though I can reverse him. And sometimes I can reverse my teachers from time to time, but I ain't never got him pinned, or I ain't never submitted him. I only submitted one person, and that was a blue belt maybe once. And that was about it. Ain't gonna do no purple belts, and you damn sure ain't gonna do no submit no the brown belts and you're going to get killed by black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You're playing their game, that's true, but that's the whole point. You're learning something new. I'm trying to apply what I know in that scenario. And yes, sometimes I want to go. I want to throw punches and elbows and headbutts and so forth, but you know what, so do they. You know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys are just as good at striking sometimes as others, especially if you go to the Cesar Gracie camp. They're amazing. And of course, Rickson Gracie, he's amazing. He's who I want to train with, but because he does pranayama yoga and he actually is a very internal guy. Again, what does it mean? And I should say, again, what does it mean in the 21st century? In the 21st century, to be an internal martial artist, to be a martial arts master. Maybe it means you got to be a part of everything. I'm going to take you on a little bit, just a little insight. Matter of fact, you guys know I'm opening up a gym. The gym is for us. It's for people who are martial artists. Some boxers don't consider themselves martial artists, but I think they're some of the greatest martial artists and some of the greatest Tai Chi practitioners and Bagua practitioners I've ever seen. Especially when it comes down to the basic principles. At the highest level of pugilistic boxing, they are applied. And I think they challenge any person wearing a pajama and never having gone in the ring or the mat or the cage and saying they've only worked in the street. I'm a U.S. Army Ranger. I worked in the street. But I'll tell you this, the shirt I'm wearing is from my last Tai Chi teacher, okay, that I had. And I left him because we had re-sparred. And I didn't take him out with Tai Chi. I mean, I did the Tai Chi stuff when we were doing our push hands, and then he wanted to go to striking, and we went to that. But I took him out with grappling. I mean, I choked him out. And in his own dojo. And that didn't bother me too much because in my dojo when at Angel's Gym, I've been knocked down, knocked out many times, broken ribs, the works. So the thing I guess I'm going to is, what does it make? What makes a martial arts master? You know, what does it? Maybe it's the humility, and if it is humility, where does that come from? It can't come from just saying I'm humble. Okay, it's got to come from some our martial energetics. I'm humbled because of the energetic stuff that it took me even to get to sit in this posture for years. I haven't been able to do this ever in years, just to sit there and talk. I couldn't do that. It took me a long time to learn to do that. Okay, and I'm doing it actually the way that my student taught me or led me towards, which is the Tibetan way. They sit with their foot, with their anus. They sit on their foot, and their heel is on their anus. Okay, to hold in the energy that way, and they sit on top of their feet and to hold the power that way. And I'm still working on that one. And of course, you have the Vedic way of doing it, which is legs crossed on top. The bottom line is this: what does it mean to be martial art master? Let's say energetically. It means to be humbled energetically. Energetically meaning that you got so far to go. The human life is rare, it's special, and if you can harness the knowledge and apply it, you can perform at very high levels. But you're never going to perform as high as everybody. You have to match it with yourself. You can't be competitive in that way. You have to be competitive with what you were and then what you are. And there's some standards. I put them out. The standards that I go by. They're not. They're standards. Those are just mine. I'm not the best energetic guy in the world. I'm working on it. At 58 years old, I really don't know if my energetics are super compared to what they need to be until I'm about 70 or 80. Okay, if I'm still banging and I'm still working and I'm still breathing and I'm still folding at that age, I'm good to go. Okay, and learning. It's the ability to learn new things and to take those new things into a different realm. The realm that allows you to perform modally as best you can. Modally meaning thinking, feeling, and doing. Affect behavior being feeling, kinetic behavior being physical, and then let's see, brain capacity, learning with the mind, brain learning, doing that, and performing as well as you can in that respect. And of course, you can be humble. You can be humble just by finding someone who has more experience, can demonstrate that experience and apply it, and then of course be able to teach you. That's a humbling experience. If you are a Qigong adept, you're going to be humbled if you go into a vinyasa yoga studio. They're gonna work you, man. If you are, you're going to be humble if you go into a pranayama place. those guys can go. They can slow their breathing down to like, you know, two breaths, less than 1 breath a minute, and just freeze. They're amazing. Martially, what does it mean? Well, that seems to be the big deal in China right now, martially. What does it mean to be a martial energetics? Tai Chi, Bagua, all the Neji Kwan, those are energetic, okay, martial sciences. But are they combative? Well, they claim to be, but obviously they're not as combative. Some of the guys are not as combative as they need to be. Don't get me wrong, I know there's cats out there who practice Tai Chi, practice Bagua, practice some of the hardest like Wing Chun, and they can go. They're pugilists, but they practice it pugilistically. They sweat, they work really hard, and I guess the humble part of it, they take ass whoopings. Brothers and sisters, you got to get that ass whooped, and then you got to learn how to heal that ass after it's whooped. Now you can do it by testing yourself, by going to get your butt whipped in a way that's not by process, or you can do a process, follow a process. My process is not the one for everybody, though I'm opening up a facility where I'm going to teach a lot of young people and some old people how to be just as energetic as I am, okay, and to be able to work, to apply the principles of Tai Chi Kung. I've been accused of not knowing what an internal boxer is, or even knowing internal boxing. That may or may not be true to his level. He might be superior to me. But I do know that I can take my skills and bring it into the harder external arenas and perform well and recover and go do it some more. At my age with guys a lot younger, I don't know if that defines as a complete definition of the martial side of energetics and internal boxing, but it works for me, and I think it works for a lot of other people who buy the books. The books are going well. When I say mixing things together, what do I mean? And of course, I think for traditional guys, the main thing is form. What does the form mean? Well, I've learned so many things to add to my form. Let me get up from this position. It might take a little bit. Bear with me. Okay. Taking what I know, my Eskrima stuff, taking what I know about circular motion, okay, turning around, walk around down to the sit back at the whole body. Now all the motions that you see me doing, I actually do that stuff in the boxing ring. But when I do mixed martial arts training, that motion, Tanda, four corners from Wing Chun, I actually do the lopsal. I do all of these motions and push. I actually do sprawl in my motion. I actually come back in my motion and stretch, crossing and crossing, coming back up. Everything I do, I try very much to keep my posture the way it's supposed to go, and realizing that I'm going to eventually have to use this in real life. 2-3-2 combination, and the body shots, and the deadliest thing I've ever done. 1-2, 1-2, bam, bam, here, here. Turning it over. I've actually hit guys. Turning it over. Then making sure what I was taught by Will, creasing, opening. Coming back again. Creasing, opening. Yes, this motion can be used. Imagine moving it through this way, and imagine moving it through this way. Yes, this motion actually is used. Bringing them down. Striking with the shoulder. Please let them see that form out there. Well, the other way. They can't see the form that way. Coming back around. Elbowing. Elbowing. And walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step. Hook. 2. Hook, 3, 4, step, around, under, hook, 2, 3, 4, hitting, all this stuff, working. How do you get to this level and say you're combative? Well, if I hadn't learned my eskrima, let's start down low. These are about 1.5, 2 pound sticks. Using the 6 pattern, which is fine. Slow it up, around. Thank God for Tagatero Steve. Telling me all the stuff I really needed to learn just to get the basics. Hey, there are guys who are specialists in their thing. You have to memorize to get the basics down. Doing this exercise for about 9 minutes. It's just one of the techniques. I don't know if the other guys do this. I practice pretty hard on my dummies using this. Running with the sticks is a very interesting. Using the A pattern, other pattern. This is the Y pattern. Knowing each section, how they work, is important. And working back down. This is one of the things working. Okay? I gotta know my weapons. Gotta know my weapons. Got myself a nice long pole. Okay? Nice long pole that'll work. using the long pole. It works, but that's only a certain level of conditioning. At some point, I gotta do my running. Now my son's gonna show you the hill that I run and flip tires. Go on, son, show it. That's the hill I run and flip tires. Tire goes up the hill 9 times. I run to the top and back to the tire. It's about 200 meters, 150 meters. And it works pretty good. Put it back on me, son. These are 8-pounders. What you do on the ground, you gotta do, when you stilling, you gotta do moving. I work my way up to 8 pounds for 8 minutes. And it works pretty good for me. I'm doing predatory breathing right now. Getting all the lactic acid out.
Zoom out.
You okay?
It won't zoom out.
What now?
It won't zoom out.
I need to zoom out. Step back. You're good.
Sorry, Dad.
Huh? Got it? Okay, everybody's watching. People looking at it? People watching? Mm-hmm. Good. I have my son's video so you guys can see. For my boxing guys, you guys don't know how I train. The MMA guys do. And the Tai Chi guys do, but most of my boxing guys don't ever see this. This is how the old guy keeps it going. Last set, of course, for me is the uppercuts. You should try this with a weighted weight. It really changes the game. Got this from Eppolito's gym. He did cherry pickers, but he did it just like this. I said run with him. Gotten better. Had to work up to that though. Now, do that for about 9 minutes. Just stop down, do some push-ups. Okay. Push-up thing. Well, drop down, do the push-up thing, get a few of those in. Once this is done, come back over, do my flutter kicks. I'm a big flutter kicker. Make sure they can see the whole body. I'm a good flutter kicker. I like to do a lot of them. Slow. 36 is my number. Usually it's a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 till I get to 36. Then I also do these. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Never miss. Usually my turban's not on, so I can go all the way down to the ground. Never miss my opportunity. Do my stretches, do my plow. Stretch that back. Turban's on, it's hard to go completely over because it's sticking out from the back of my head. Come back up. Probably the most important exercise besides using the balls, the bowling balls, is headstands. Okay, getting the blood going the other way, strengthen the neck, yada yada yada. Notice the diaphragmatic breathing and predatory breathing, getting the lactic acid out. Bricks and Gracie perfected this method. Can't wait to train with him. Downward dog's important. Back up. Some of you guys are not, especially the Tai Chi guys and boxers, are not into the wooden dummy. The wooden dummy is really important, dudes. Okay, I got it's good for motion and inside work. Lord knows I had to look to learn to use this. Now there are better, but I was actually guys who are this tall, and you're in their chest, and you're barehanded, and for some reason they're not good at takedowns, and they can't take you down. If you're taller, they probably can't. Okay, you're in there with them. This is not a bad motion. Come on, look, son. Everybody in my gym is going to know how to do this. Make sure you see everything, son. They have to be closer. Okay, everybody's going to know how to do this. Okay, notice it's a hemped back. Okay, it's very hemped. Okay, you gotta get your hands tight enough. Using the dip down jowl and other methods. Make sure you can actually hit this thing. Okay? Okay, actually got to do those techniques to guys before. Okay, in boxing. And when Kenny lets me work, I can actually do it to him. The flexibility is like really important, and a lot of Wing Chun guys don't use the wooden dummy like this. Okay, I do. It's one of those techniques, and this particular techniques of kicking, okay, work for me while I'm boxing. Notice everything's up and out, and then knowing that my flexibility is so good, I can stand straight up and heel, round heel, kick the guy with no problem. Okay. This technique is a bong sao and an eye strike at the same time. Bong and eye. This technique is one you've seen me do before. Out of here, more combative. All right, this is here. This is a tanda. Okay. This, okay, is palming the head and cracking behind and twisting, basically dislocating the shoulder. Okay. From here, you turn. He's expecting this elbow. You give him this one. Then you give him this one. Duck underneath, block that hand, come on. You got to move the hand out of the way, check it, move it, give him another one. Up, check the if he's going for the head, check it, and hit at the same time. Bam! This is really going to hurt. It's really bad. Again, you're holding the arm and you're pressing him. Next, here. And then next, they will never suspect, if you're with arm's reach, that you can kick them in the head. Okay, no one's ever going to suspect that. This wooden dummy, the second teacher they call it in Wing Chun, can train you to do that. I know one of the big issues is structure with Wing Chun. Notice I didn't break structure. It takes a while for me to get that. You've seen my old videos. It took a while to get where I can kick, be straight underneath my leg, okay, and have balance like that, and kick effectively, okay? And I'll finish up the set. Okay. This motion inside, Huan Sao. This is a 200-pound dummy. Trying to go around it. It's too heavy. Couldn't do that. Sometimes I can stop Zoe. I use this technique to stop some of those punches. Okay, he still got through. When I did, I had the elbow high. When I had the elbow high like this, when it's high like that, okay, he caught me right here with that. Come back around. He caught me right in here when I turned. I was heading like that. I was trying to throw a punch up off of it, okay, and he got me right there, dropped me. What I need to do is make sure that when I turn, don't stay sideways, turn completely this way. So when he throws it, I can swallow it, okay, which is what happened. I did the thing here, coming back around. I actually I couldn't do it to him, okay, but I can do it to a lesser individual. I couldn't get him. His head's way up here. I would have been off balance. But if you can get somebody, if I could have got better, I have to practice more. This is rolling the pearl here, sinking, tucking the tailbone, circle it. The whole thing will jump, okay? Come back around again. Here, here. Palm in the side, grabbing the arm and shoulder, sinking, tuck the tailbone, jerk, pull. Okay? Push and pull. That will cause that to fly like that, okay? Bring back around. This is a throw. This is a throw. This is a turn, okay? You're grabbing the outside of the inside of the arm, the head, and you're turning it, okay? It really hurts. Okay? Again, this is 100 pounds without the hemp. With the hemp, probably a little bit more. This is a fully gallon thing, so between that's about another 100 pounds. It's about a 200-pound piece of equipment. You're moving this around. You got some strength. This is probably the reason why I was able to work with a 300-pound guy. Okay? I just kept it nice and tight so he couldn't hurt too bad, and trying to work in there as much as I could. Okay? You had to push. You had no choice. You push with your head, push with your shoulders, do what you got to do. I didn't use shoulders like I should have, Kenny. I have to work on that. Okay? Right there. This one I like for combative purposes. I grabbed the inside, and some of this did work. Okay, with other guys, Zoe didn't work yet. Zoe kept his arms out wide and turned sideways. He let you hit the body. Okay, so I took my thing, but I wish I could have got him a couple times with punch. He threw it right hand. I caught it like here. Try to push it down. It works sometimes. Okay, but it put a strain on me. I can tell you that. Here, bring them down. That's a pull down. Right back in the eyes. Eyes there. Pull down the arms. Headbutt. Love headbutts. Right into the rib cage. Grab and pull the rib cage. Okay. As you can tell, this is pretty good. Kickboxing wise, dude, I can't tell you, okay? Kickboxing wise, okay? Okay? This exercise for me allows me to throw a front kick really clean. I mean really clean. I keep the hands here, bring it around, bring the leg around, and throw a side kick on it. Same thing. Pull in, get that nice flexibility throughout the hips. Okay, spread the leg back a little bit, take the pressure off of the hands. Okay, no problem. Come back around again. Eye job, eye get, stomach, stomach, eye, punch, 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 punch. Notice my feet with this. It's a lead punch for each one. And I found this really works because when the cat wants to throw that right hand can drop it. So you got to have that shoulder up either way. Okay, either way, you make sure those hands are where they need to be. Okay? So again, both legs, important. It's important to be able to throw that leg straight into a guy's belly. If you can do it just right, you're good to go. Okay? And of course, bring it around to sweep, back around, side kick. One leg's always going to be better than the other. My right leg sucks. And back down. This motion, okay, actually works. I'm here, he's coming with uppercut and hand, I just trap everything. If he's coming at me again, I get to the outside, I kick the leg, I kick the midsection. Once that's done, okay, I turn. And I tear him up again. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, if you want to practice more, bam, bam, bam. Lift him up. Eye, head, body, here. Bam, bam. That one will really hurt. This hurt more. That's that old martial art shit that you need to have. The wooden dummy will teach it to you. And if you practice on this wooden dummy, when you're doing your boxing, when you need to throw your kicks, they will be there. Okay? This thing and the tire, kicking the tire against the tree, I don't have to practice a whole lot of kicking. Got my front kick, got my round kick. I do practice my back kick on here. One of the motions I do here is here, and then from here it comes. Now this, keeping the hands up. Boom, boom, boom. Push down, push down, push down. Again, Quan Sao, Quan Sao, Quan Sao. Ha! Elbow, elbow. Ha! elbow, elbow. I ain't messing with this guy. He gets another elbow. Then I do my stretch. Step and stretch. Back around. I like to practice when I'm hitting my head. It's not a bad idea to practice, okay? Again. Turn around. Elbow, same thing. Get my nice good back kick stretch. And back around. This is just the wooden dummy stuff, guys. In the gym, guys will practice a form. Not took that one, but a form to learn that technique. This is a smart bag. There'll be 2 or 3 of these in the gym. Okay? Smart bag is good for a lot of reasons. If you got combos now, I wouldn't practice. I wouldn't practice your techniques. In this technique, this is how you're going to probably practice your 2-arm ward off. If you go like this, you better know what you're doing. Okay? This is not the best way to do it, but you can do it. Here, here, here. Okay? Now that you got it, not a problem. Here, push. Here, push. Here, push. Here, push. Once the pushing is done, okay, split, split. Bringing them down. Bringing them down. Once they're bringing it down, of course, you come back up. Shoulder. When you do the shoulders, ha, 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 shoulders tells me automatically, it tells me, notice, if I'm this far from somebody, you better keep your hands up. You're ready to be swept. More importantly, be ready for the takedown. Be ready for it. Okay, because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. The work is there. If you don't have this training, you're going to come in trouble with it, bro. I ain't lying to you. If you don't have it, it's coming. And the muscles that you use, enough said. Working with this stuff and trying to find your movements, your principles, kind of makes everything about right. This one really helps me with my footwork. I gotta be where I need to be, and switching. Put it where it's supposed to be. Missed that one. These hand blows work really good with me in this one. My footwork when I'm working. Make sure you can see my feet. little more control was needed. No problem with that. So, when you get through, why am I showing you all this? I think if you are doing traditional martial arts and you ain't conditioning in this way with your skills, you're going to have a problem with guys who don't study internal stuff. At least not all of it. They're doing yoga now. So they are practicing the internal stuff. And that's going to be a problem, guys. You guys are not practicing that. Guys still watching?
Mm-hmm. 5 years.
So notice the air comes back down. And I think you don't got to do exactly what I'm doing, but you got to train something like it. Each one of the exercise or bags that I worked on, they get about 20 minutes apiece. As often as possible, days I'm not sparring, recovery notwithstanding. And I'm an old guy, fighting young compared to the guys I train with. Hard to find someone my age to train with. When I did train with someone close to my age, other than William Miller. William Miller's a badass. Okay? He held his own, no problem. But, and when it came down to Tai Chi push hands, he threw me around. It took some time to show me how not to get thrown around so much. That's right, guys. 8 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds. Work my way up from 3 to 5 to 8 and to 10. At this time, 9-minute rounds. Okay, good adjustments after this, so the legs will get opened up. Questions? Anybody have any questions about what I'm doing, what I'm showing?
All right, we have a few comments.
Okay.
Starting from top, from Maximo Flute Rival. I truly admire your humility and wisdom, my warrior brother. Much respect.
No questions. Thank you, Max. I was looking to help you with questions. I appreciate that. Thank you. But believe me, I got a healthy amount of ego to get rid of. Proving when I got too mad at Lester Holmes and Sifu Lester Holmes and Sifu, the guys in Tennessee, I forget his name, Richard Clear, because I actually wanted to fight those guys in a way that they were suggesting, not realizing that, you know, I started that. I didn't mean to, but you know, I put it out there to the wrong people, and those people they're not feeling that kind of thing that we're doing. They're not feeling anything I'm doing here, and you know, I could have, you know, if I'd have followed through with that without Sifu Steve Tai Chi guy, Chen Tai Chi guy from Florida, without him actually talking to me and checking my ego, let me know that, you know, I was really out of line. It don't matter what those guys think of me. If they want to know you, you know, if they cross hands, yeah, you cross hands with both of them, and that don't mean nothing. You know, this is a whole different level. It's a whole different type of thing. They're not into that. They're into the health aspects of it. okay, and what they consider street level stuff, and that's what they want to do. They're not trying to do what you're trying to do, and I gotta respect that. You know, you can't just, not everybody's gonna do what you want them to do. And he made that Steve Contest, and he made that very clear. So, you know, I got so much for that. That's not me. I'm not as humble as I think I want to be. I'm working on it. Go ahead.
Next comment, Mikhail Imani, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Excellent instruction, big brother. Thanks for sharing. Alan Stent said, when I am one, I will tell you, laughing out loud. Don't understand that one. Jesse Lemon said, you communicate application very well. It's a good lesson. Michael E. Reed said, like those angles. And that was the last one.
Okay. Well, important stuff that you guys can add to your kit. Alan always helps me get correct something I'm doing that needs some work, and thanks. I'll read that immediately and work on it, because, you know, Alan, your basics on how to apply what Tai Chi principles are all about are on the radio show. I respect that, and, you know, I appreciate you sharing it with me, because I will definitely share it with my students in the new facility. Of course, when you come to the United States, I'm gonna make sure that you work with some of them boys too and get them up to speed. I have a lot of cats who are, most people, I guess, the traditional martial art guys will think of them as just basically strikers or pugilists, but those with the right eye will see what I'm teaching them and how they're perfecting their movements. And of course, you know, there's push hands in boxing. Okay, we do it a little different. I was doing a lot of push hands with Zoe Butler. I put Zoe Butler the other day, and they really did work. I probably could have done breathing a little bit better, but I used it as much as I could to get inside, and also to the squat helped me get inside. Then once I was inside, a lot of really the stuff that Lewis taught me how to apply Tai Chi principles on the inside worked out well. Not everything worked. That's because I'm not the best at this, and I was working against one of the best. He was doing the same thing to me that I was trying to do to him. So good stuff. I just stayed in the center line and worked what I could. Still mattered. He still dropped me in the second round for that bad structure, and that was really cool. Anybody else? Yeah, sure.
Mikhail Imani also said, if you're overweight, does it make more sense to work on the internals first, then externals fighting principles?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. The question is, you can work on both. You can work on both. There's a story about a cat who could not walk. He had a hard time walking. After the war, he was injured. And he said he would never walk. And he taught himself to walk using yoga. Okay, and he actually can do an inverted headstand. He worked after a year and a half of training. He could do that. He also, while he was doing it, yoga is an internal but also an external exercise. So he actually he lost a lot of weight because of the type of the proper training that he was going through, and he did it mostly by himself. So that's one example of doing it. My wife is another example. She was overweight when I met her when she was doing it, and then when she started boxing, I taught her some internal stuff and external stuff, and she practiced both. She don't like internal stuff at all, but I taught it to her in a way that was in my book, The Art of Western Tai Chi Chuan, that she didn't know she was learning internal work. And she did the breathing I taught her. She did the minimum of it, and she was fantastic. She was able to fight men at the end of it. I personally, when I opened Angel's Gym in 2006, was overweight. Okay, I was about 200. I mean, I was just no muscle at all, about 220. I mean, at my height, that's just not right. Not as much muscle. And I just took a lot of ass whoopings at the beginning of the gym, and then I did the internal stuff every day like I was supposed to. A lot of yoga, awful lot of pranayama, and I really focused on the boxing. I even got injured 7 months into training. I tore my Achilles tendon, and I still had to perform. I still had nobody to take over for me. So I did the work, and and I did the internals and the externals. And Tai Chi got very important. As a matter of fact, that's when I started incorporating Tai Chi into my boxing. Before that, I kept things separate, and it worked for me. It's how you are as a personality. If you come to my camp, and then you've got Mike's. The best example to answer your question would be Professor. He's a professor at Granville University. He's actually a tenured professor and head of the Department of English of Granville University in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. His name is Joshua Paul. He is my student. He was out of shape and sedentary, as a matter of fact. And in 8 months, I had him sparring. He did the internal and the external together. Josh Call is one of my friends. The specifics of that, actually, you can talk. I actually have a video because I wrote my book, and I actually was going to college for postgraduate work in sports psychology, educational sports psychology, and so I actually recorded give an interview of how he was learning and what he was going through, and you can find that in Temple Underground. If you want, I will send it to you later. Temple Underground, no, not Temple Underground, Western Long Boxing. It's in YouTube. YouTube Western Long Boxing. It is a 3 or 4, maybe a 5-part, but it's a sequel of an interview, and you can find out exact answer to that question. Okay, and so it answered by his example and many others. Again, it's your personality, but once you want to become, if you really, I can say this, martial energetics. Let me get down this. Martial energetics is it's combative oriented. It's a combative system. It's internal boxing. It's combative. You can use it as long as you can train with a weapon. It's combative. It's meant for you to use to have longevity of skill, longevity of body, and to have physical ability to overcome adversaries from a position of weakness. You can do all that. So people who, the internal skill is measured by external regimen. Period. You can do it lots of other ways, and I'm not saying it won't work. I'm saying the most efficient way of doing what we know as Tai Chi, all that stuff. It's physical and mental. It's everything. It's diet. Okay, it affects the 3 modalities. Okay, thinking, the 3 main modalities: thinking, physicality, and affect behavior, which is emotion. And so you literally have to have it all. You have to have it all. And so no, you don't separate. It's not separate. And if I want to use an adage from the and of course this is my opinion. I don't know everything, but what I do know based on what I've written in my books, the last book especially, it's called the Sanbao. And part of the Sanbao exercise talks about the 4th stage of Dao of Tai Chi. You have Wuji, you have Tai Chi Tu, you have Sanbao, 3 treasures, and then you have what's called Tai Xiao Yin Yang, which is, I probably said it wrong, didn't say it with the accent proper in Chinese, but it means greater or less than yin and yang. And all that means in either martial philosophy or in energetic philosophy is that within the external and obvious, which seems to be hard or yin or yang, there is an internal quality probably working even stronger for the Neji Quan or Neji Gong adept, which is if it's yang's on the outside, the yin is hidden. If the yin's on the outside, the yang is hidden. If there's hardness, there's probably softness within. If there's softness, there's probably hardness within. The individual who understands and embodies and uses that mentality in effect when exercising, that individual is using some pretty powerful internal boxing. Okay, everything else is, that is, the essence is gathered in seating. Standing and prone postures held with breathing control. Okay, and structural alignment is refining essence into energy, and then moving, being able to move efficiently, eventually with the ability to control breathing at the highest of impacts. That under control, mental control. That is cultivating energy into vitality, and that's the Sanbao. And after that, once you got that down, the 4th step is Tai Xiao Yin Yang, and that is yin hidden in yang, yang hidden in yin. And the medical aspects of it talk about it too, in 5 different ways of yin and yang interaction. And then of course you got the transformations, which is 5. I go on and on, but the bottom line is this: don't separate. Use your process. The process can have more of one than the other based on your needs, but don't ever think that if you're doing one, you're not doing the other. And know that if you have both in mind when you're working, you will do better. I'm an old guy. I can't work at the paces that you see me work, and in the faster paces I have to work with other people. If I was doing it strictly off of my age ability, no. I'm digging deep. I got a strong desire to perform, but I'm using internal stuff to make instruction. I'm using the Sanbao posture to do what I do, especially with recovery. So, anything else that somebody's asking?
No, sir. The only thing that...
Is anybody still on?
Yes, 3 people.
Okay. I'm glad you guys are staying with this old guy talking this stuff. And this is, I guess, one of the main reasons why I'm putting this out there is to ask for help. I'm going to train people. I mean, I'm going to train people how to do this. I'm going to train a lot. And they're going to come to the tournaments. And their form and their function are going to be together. Okay? And anybody who's not training, using the principles, like these guys are going to be using the principles, I ain't saying they're going to lose. I'm saying they're going to have a hard time. They're going to have a real hard time. And that hard time's not necessary. This place is not, it's not about teamwork, it's about working together. I'm hoping people internationally come down and train. It's going to have, we're working real hard. I mean, I want to, basically with the money that I put into it, we might as well talk money now. I want to thank all the people who's given me money. Just not Don Wilder just gave me a bunch of money. The Powell family gave me a bunch of money to get it. That's going to really help with some of the stuff we need to get in there. What else? Dr. Love, they've given before. Big John Allen, he's given before. I mean, I really could use some more. I mean, dudes, we're going to put in $20,000. If I got another $10,000, I'm really going to be able to, even $5,000, but 10 would be great. I'm really going to be able to provide this community, Lincoln Heights community, with and Tennessee, Morristown, and of course everybody else in the area. But the immediate area, the kids who are doing well, but they live in subsidized housing and stuff, they're really going to get a prized possession in their midst. It's going to be a really beautiful thing that they're going to have access to. I'm going to be part, we can be part, you can be part of solving, at least in this area, the problems that come about with our youth between the time of 3 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon during weekdays. They're going to have another place to go to. There is a boys club there, but there is no boxing at all in any way in Morristown, Tennessee. There used to be, but there isn't anymore. And definitely not the kind of boxing I'm going to teach. Yes, there is a secular Christian MMA place that focuses mostly on groundwork. There is a kung fu place out of the studios. Doesn't look a whole lot. Basic classic stuff, not a lot of equipment in there. Nothing like the place I'm going to be building, and definitely not no one with the credentials. But that being said, you all know me. I'm going to take it to the next level. Yes, this is going to be United States Amateur Boxing Association training. The ISKF, Angel Gym was a part of them once. We're going to be a part of them again. Get some kickboxing down there, but mostly I'm going to train some cats using internal martial arts or internal energetics to do mixed martial arts. And I've already done it before. I've already done it. At Angel's Gym, personnel, the trainers that I trained, and Sensei Ian and Sensei Antonio, they have both trained after I left in 2010. They went on to train guys to go to professional boxing, professional Bellator level MMA, EFC MMA promotions, Carolina Fight Production promotions, win or lose. They were always asked back because they gave a great show. We've had contenders. We've actually had a champion or two win. Yeah, and all that based on the stuff that I trained my trainers to do, and they took it to the next level. We're gonna do that again. Okay, we're gonna do it again, and believe me, it's not just to compete. People like to argue about competition. Competition is just part of the process. Okay, not everybody's got to do it, but you must train competitively. You may not want to compete. I don't like competing. I'm gonna compete this July, but you got to train competitively. You got to get in there with someone who can whoop your ass. Okay, and you're going to come down to Temple Underground Internal Boxing Gym in Morristown, Tennessee. And you're going to find people to be able to do just that for you. Okay? Giving and taking, looking for and getting up from punishment, ass whoopings. And keep coming. That's a lesson. And then you're going to learn to restore the stuff that you know. You're going to restore yourself. And if that don't work, you're going to learn the shit from me and help you do it that way. Or you might even teach me something about more to it. Okay? You're going to get all the tonics and all the rest of that stuff that you need to get, the basic stuff of combat sports based on Tom Bissio's book, A Tooth in the Tiger's Mouth. All that stuff you're going to get. And not to mention, there's going to be children. It's going to be tons of kids in there working and training and learning how to this stuff and passing it on to their youth. Ain't none of my kids going to get bullied. I don't think they're even going to get any mention like that, because the training that they're going to receive is going to give them a presence that's just not going to be possible. Bottom line is that people wondering about that thing in China going on, I'm sure there's tons of guys who can throw down. The guys in the triad can throw down, no problem. I'm sure they can. Okay? If they want to get a real good lesson, they can hang out with them Japanese boys who do karate, Koshin karate and stuff like that. Them boys can throw down, and don't think that shit's not internal. Okay? They got lots of internal stuff. There's guys who are in their 50s. You see a cat, 50, 60, 70, throwing down, he got some internal, either he's an alien or he's got some internal shit going on. Okay? Well, if you want one method of learning it and being able to demonstrate it, okay, is there. You guys have seen me overweight, not overweight, just a big guy, okay? And now you've seen me in fighting shape, okay? This is due to moving beyond and using the methods that are in the book I just got to write, okay? And doing it basically without a gym. Doing it without a gym. And then, of course, when you come to the facility, okay, the home facility, Temple Underground, you're going to get to see the radio shows, get to see the radio shows and stuff like that, and get to see the people working there. And give me some time. We should have some guys we can get out there and let you show. And, of course, the one thing this place is going to have is sparring with weapons. My goodness, there's going to be some stick and there's some sword work up there. And you'll see these kids learning this stuff. It's necessary. You got to learn it. There's no way of mastering nothing without it. And as a matter of fact, for those who are very serious about the internal boxing, that's the first things they're going to learn. Been at this for about an hour now. I wanted to, again, the show basically give an idea of what I thought about what internal boxing is, because that's what the school I'm going to have. And also to help, ask for your help. Okay, a dime. If you don't want to give money, buy my book. All the proceeds for the book go straight to the gym. Straight to the gym. Hopefully you'll get motivated more as the equipment goes in. I take videos of us moving the equipment in and putting it in there. Maybe it'll motivate you to give more. But those who have already given, I thank you so very much. And I will pay it back in spades. I swear that the kids will get everything I got 100% and then some. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Oh, got another question? Go ahead.
No, not a question, but 5 minutes ago, Mikhail Imani said, I will be buying your book. And he also said, thank you.
Oh, hey, thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate you. I really, you can buy the book. The book is good. The book is plenty, especially by the paperback. That's plenty of money. It goes directly. I wrote the book not to make money. I wrote the book to make money for the gym. I put the radio station together not to make money. All that stuff's free. I got it so I prepare for this facility to open and to give information to let you know that we're all about giving. You can't get if you don't give. And doing that allows me to be humble enough to ask for help. Okay. I expect to break even with this gym. I expect to be able to pay a couple of bills eventually with the money in the gym. But I don't really think that I don't plan on getting rich with this gym. I just plan on basically giving back what was given to me, and as much as I can. I really appreciate y'all, and I thank you for watching this. Those who have been watching, I thank you. I'm sure there'll be more. Just thank you so much. Appreciate you. Take it easy. Bye bye.